Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as, to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more.
We're up and running then. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Oh, no joy this time. Oh, what has happened here? Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be quite big. He initially played a little deeper before he arrived in England, but once he came to England, he tended to be played as a centre-forward, and it made it difficult for him. I mean, he wasn't attuned to that position, but now he's grown into it, and things are beginning to work.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Now it's Havertz. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mosquera.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And they're back on the ball again. Gyökeres. This looks promising. And he's in on goal. Madueke! Goal! Arsenal! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5...
There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that'll be a goal kick. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Luis Enrique. Passing is crisp and sharp, distributed tidily. Zielinski has it out wide and in space. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Madueke. Threads one in, and he's worked it through. Rice gets into a good position. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Delivers with whip. It is a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Impressive jump! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That has not gone well. Now it's Madueke. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the finish! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The chance to pull further clear. Off the post! And another try! Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Raya chooses to deal with it himself. Gyökeres. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And back to the goalkeeper. Lovely pass, but can he get... He's had a shot!
It's hit the upright.
There will be 1 minute
Oh,
added
he's
time.
managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Barella. Martinez. And that's another good win of the ball. Saka. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Inter Milan trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
The local police.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. We're on the move again.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Takes a shot!
A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Çalhanoğlu. Barella. Oh, that's a key interception. Madueke tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. Drives it in. No, that's overhit. Now it's Havertz. Madueke. Madueke was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Rice. Can he get it through? It's a sweeping cross. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Arsenal have their second corner now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Chance! Corner number 3 coming up. Decent chance!
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. The pass has gone astray. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now.
Gyökeres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Cross in. Saka. Saka. He's being urged to shapes to shoot! Luis Enrique. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, he's having a go! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Can he get on the end of this? Barella. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Enrique. In it comes.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Looking for options for movement. Goes for a shot! That could spell... Has another go! And that's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And he decides to cross it. Saka in acres of space out wide. Fair effort, he reacted well.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
They're up to 5 corners now. Gyökeres! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, there wasn't much else on there, so why not have a crack? So nearly paid off too.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Martinez.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now, can they get him away? Mosquera picks it up out wide. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that's well spotted.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
It was all set up for him too, Peter, to pick out someone wearing the same shirt, and the rest is history now.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Havertz really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Dumfries.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Sucic. Sucic. He's beaten the last man. Great chance! And he's stuck it away. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Inter Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Dumfries spots it and intercepts. Fratesi. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Odegaard! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Odegaard quickly realised that was his only option. It's very fast thinking.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, someone whose career I've watched with real interest, Peter, is Odegaard. Having seen him break through at such a young age and having so much pressure thrust on him, I really think that the time he spent outside Norway has done him a lot of good. And look how much he's developed.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Capier. Now here's the delivery. Oh, what has happened? Gyökeres! He's having a hit! And that is well cleared. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Gets a good foot in there. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Çalhanoğlu! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
DiMarco does well to get it back. Zielinski. No goals as yet. And he's picked out the run. Oh, no joy this time. Zielinski. Now it's Enrique. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a fine interception. Odegaard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Arsenal have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's going wide left. Rice. And here's Thuram.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Madueke. He's in a great position here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Great chance! Oh, that's another chance! Goal! Arsenal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Martinez!
He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
After 34 minutes is number 10.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 3.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Coming on to replace
So they
him
have it
is
all to do
number
again.
12.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Gyökeres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, it's come loose. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Rice. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! And it's a goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Ødegaard. Havertz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's certainly onside here. Here's Zielinski. Luis Enrique. And that could set him on his way.
2 added minutes.
Oh, that's
has been
fabulous.
indicated.
Shot, surely! In he goes again. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And it's Zielinski. Passing is shapes to shoot! They want to be quick to recover this. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Everybody, and this is a quick reminder.
Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Havertz, well, played right into his path. He is through here. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
So, third corner of the game. And the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Good work on the right flank here. Luis Enrique. He has found the way through. Enrique's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Towering header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Di Marco finding himself in space. shot! But he's left disappointed.
Zielinski certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Thuram currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him.
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Barella, great vision, and it's been played through, and he's picked it up out wide. He's got away. Here comes the cross. Saliba could move up a gear here. And it's Ødegaard. That is good progress on the left. Capier. Now, can they get it back? Nicely weighted ball. Ball swung in. That's an excellent interception. Zielinski. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Driving on and making good progress. He's found a real chance! And again! And he hits the net! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 5.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 49.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now, can they get him away? He's shifting through the... And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Ødegaard has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now that's well seen too. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Lewis Skelly, he is through here. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And he was alert to it. Now it's Havertz. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Darmian. He's got away. Flings in across. Keeper's dealt with that. Saka.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mkhitaryan. And here's Thuram. Rice. The final 5 minutes. That's really well manoeuvred. Mkhitaryan. That is good alertness. Saka. Now it's Havertz. Dumfries. Oh, well measured. That's a nicely shaped ball. Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Looking to play him in. Ødegaard. And that will be the final act. Inter Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
And just a quick reminder today to please drink
Any reflections
responsibly.
on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.